What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's Daily Source with myself, Noah Hammond-Turrell. This is the show where I meditate and then afterwards I tap into my intuition and give myself the guidance that I most need to hear, and I stream it live for all of you in case my guidance is helping some of you as well. And then at the end of the show, I ask a powerful question to ponder to help put the advice into play in my life. And I watch the videos later to get the download and continue my growth and keep myself hyper focused on my path and all those kinds of things. And someone was saying to me the other day, like, it must be hard thinking of something new to say every day. And what I'm saying is this is actually pretty easy because I don't have to think. In fact, it's from the absence of thought. It's from the stillness that these words and this advice and this wisdom emerges. And I'm not saying that it's not from me, but it's much more through me than from my mind. And everybody has that ability and everybody can do that. And it's immensely valuable. Even Oprah lately has been coming out with voice clip after voice clip saying that she made all her important decisions by just getting quiet and getting into her body and waiting until she knew in her body and from her inner guidance what the next move was. And that's how she's built her whole empire and all her success from, coming from a very normal, typical, average background. So I would highly encourage you to recognize your inner wisdom, to understand how much you truly have inside you, how much you have infinite wisdom inside you. And the more you connect with it, the more it can show up for you and the more you'll know how to connect with it. So that's my brain advice for today. Now let's see what's coming through for me. What do I most need to hear for my highest good and for the highest good of all other beings involved? There's no pressure, and you can't get it wrong. You saw this quote the other day. To think you have the power to mess up God's plan is laughable. I'm paraphrasing. You're not that powerful. Right? You can't mess it up. There is no pressure. It's all a big dream. It's a wonderland of conscious awareness expanding, experiencing, delighting, involving itself in three-dimensional experiences of contrast and right and wrong and good and bad and hot and cold. It's a playland of the senses. You can't get it wrong. There really is no pressure. It's only when you're in your false identity, when you're identifying with your ego as this is who I am, that you can create that sense of pressure for yourself. Because the ego is so fickle, it's so fragile. It has an expiration date, and it knows it. And at the same time, it has this primal desire and drive, which was designed for your safety and for your reproduction and your expansion as a species. It has this primal drive to survive. So the ego is a never-ending, the word I'm feeling is like conundrum, but that's not the right word. Contradiction, paradox. It yearns to survive, yet it knows its death is a certainty. And that can create a lot of pressure when you're trying to constantly figure out how to solve an unsolvable problem. Regardless of what temporary blinders you put on, if you think about, getting this success in your career or getting this perfect love, all of that is short-term thinking. In the long term, some part of you knows everybody dies. And that no matter what you create, even if you create a legacy, whose legacy are you paying attention to from 10,000 years ago? That's kind of more in my mind. Let me get back into it. It's just very simple. Who you are is not your ego, it's not your body, and it's not your mind. Who you are is the awareness behind those things that utilizes all of those structures to have an experience on three-dimensional plane, to live out your dharma and your karma, your purpose here on this planet, and to work with the past energies to live the experience that your souls come here to have, and you can't get that wrong, because there is no end for who you truly are. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. Think of yourself as energy. Think of yourself as soul. Think of yourself as spirit. You cannot be destroyed, and so you cannot get it wrong, because there's always another chance. There's always another permutation or another short on my words today. There's always another opportunity. In this life or the next, in this reality or the next, in this universe or the next, in this dimension or the next, there's always another opportunity. You can't get it wrong, and you don't have that kind of power to mess up God's plan. You're not that powerful. So no matter what your ego structure says, no matter what kind of pressures it puts on you, your job is simply to stay connected to yourself, to stay connected to your truth. The only true sin is to disconnect from the truth of your body and your heart and your gut. The mind can get all kinds of messed up with rationalizations and justifications, but your body and your heart and your gut will always have the wisdom of truth, and you'll be able to feel it. And as long as you stay connected to that and act from that place and continually connect back into that place and act from that place, no matter what happens as a result out in the world, you're living your dharma, you're living your karma, you can't get it wrong. Okay. Powerful question for today. It's something like, what past failures am I holding on to and ready to release with an air of compassion? Cool. All right, everybody. Sending you tons of love, tons of positivity, good energy, good juju, good mojo for your day. Make it an amazing one. I'll see you again soon, another Daily Source. Bye for now.